The DNC needs to get out of our primaries. How can they get out of something they're not involved in? Then why did they kick David Hogg out? They didn't. He literally left, and he did leave of his own accord because he wanted to be involved in primaries and the DNC wouldn't let him. But everyone says, yeah, I know what everyone says, but that doesn't make it true. Ken Martin was at the KDEM convention, but he was not involved with endorsing a governor because it's the primary and there are many Democrats running. And if the general election is between two Democrats, they're not getting involved then either. They're not? No, they only get involved once it's one Democrat against one Republican. Since we're in primary season, right now they're focusing on local elections. Ken was in Maine knocking doors for Scott Harriman, who as of yesterday is now representative-elect for House District 94. Earlier this month, he was in Kansas City to speak with union members, farmers, and young leaders because Ken believes that the first time someone meets you should not be when you're asking for their vote. Uh-oh. They're not getting involved in Texas or Maine Senate, and saying they are is literally just treating them like a scapegoat. I didn't know that. I mean, I talk about it a lot, so you did, but clearly you weren't listening. Okay, fine. Can we move on from insult to Morella time? What do you have? Today is all about the lawsuits. Okay. Minnesota Education, their teachers union, along with 2 school districts, are suing the DHS for not protecting sensitive locations against ICE agents. Yeah, that's been really damaging, hasn't it? Yeah, 1/3 of students in some school districts aren't coming to school. The lawsuit was filed at the beginning of February, and Monday they went to court asking for an emergency injunction. You think they'll get it? I don't know, but I do know that we're winning in court more often than we're losing, and just bringing attention to it by filing the lawsuit matters. Okay, yeah, I guess. What else? The New York Independent Redistricting Commission got the okay to start redrawing the map, or at least part of it. What do you mean? There's one Republican district left in New York City, but a group of Latino and Black voters sued because they now make up 30% of voters, and white Republicans now make up only a little over half. Last month, a judge agreed, but Republicans want to stay, and the Republicans went to the Supreme Court to try and restore the maps. They were too late because this decision has now come down, and the filing period started yesterday, so it's unlikely they can appeal this decision. So we're getting another congressional seat? Well, it will probably go from red to toss-up. But in this climate, the chances are pretty good. Okay, next. The Kentucky legislature passed a bill last year to fund charter schools. The Kentucky Supreme Court unanimously ruled it's unconstitutional. Kentucky? Don't they support charter schools? Yeah, the Supreme Court justices seem to, but it doesn't matter. Why? Because voters rejected this and the legislators did it anyway. And that goes against the Kentucky Constitution. So the Constitution does matter. Yes, federal and state level. I guess I've been trained to think otherwise. Yeah, that's part of the doomerism that's everywhere. Okay, I get it. The courts are still working for the most part. And my voice is my superpower, but only when I use it. I hope these stories made you feel less doomed. Please follow, subscribe, comment, do all the things, as that's the best way to support me and get these stories more attention. And that's one of the easiest ways to use your voice.